Good morning. Welcome to Up to the Minute. It is a Wednesday, September the 18th. Hope you're having a good morning so far. We've got your HCC news and announcements for the next half hour. We're also live in the HCC TV studios. Good to see you with us. My co-host this morning, joining me across the district, the communications director of the Northwest College, Dr. Lana Pagao. Good to see you, Lana.
Good morning. We've hit that time of year when pumpkin spice is out and everywhere.
I was telling someone last night, I said, I got to go get a pumpkin spice latte tomorrow. And she said, well, it's 100 degrees outside and you're one of those people. And I'm like, yeah, well, I am. I admit it. I like it when the pumpkin spice latte is here because I'm always about that.
Yeah, true. It's so hot out and it's fall and I want to wear my boots, but yeah, it's 1,000,000 degrees out still.
Well, later this month, I'm going to go find some cooler weather, hopefully head up to the Northeast before it gets really cold up there. So I can escape the Houston heat. I'm hoping when I get back in the beginning of October that we would have had that first cold front because we usually get it, in the next, 30 days or so.
Yeah, hopefully it'll come quickly, but I know the Northeast right now, they're in the 70s during the day and the 50s in the evening. So lucky you.
I know it's lucky, but we're going to go up to Canada and I was looking at my weather app yesterday and it said they were in the low 80s in Canada at this time of year. So, it must be a heat wave for them up there.
Yeah, you don't think of Canada as being like subtropical.
I know it was strange. 83 degrees in Quebec City. So I'll report on what it was like, but hopefully we'll get some cooler weather at least here soon enough. One thing though, fall semester is already underway. We got second start coming up pretty soon.
We sure do. But let me tell folks how they can find us. So we are live on Houston Community College District Facebook page, not HCC, and YouTube. We're also on X, LinkedIn, and on HCC TV at noon, 5 and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday. And for those folks who are looking to get some classes in Second Start, now's the time to register.
That's right. We'll talk more about that later in the show, tell you exactly where you can register because you can do it right now. One of the things about fall is we also always have National Night Out involving police departments around the country. And it's no exception here at HCC because our HCC Police Department will be participating in National Night Out. Officer Felicia Carter, Community Services Liaison and Recruiter for the Office of HCC Chief of Police, joins us right now. Good to see you. How are you doing, Officer?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
I know you got a big event coming up pretty soon. We're going to talk more about that, and Lana's going to be with you in about 10 minutes.
Great. Thank you.
All right. We're going to kick things off because, here at the district offices, they've been doing a lot of construction down in the basement for the last, for several months because Coleman College of Health Sciences just opened a satellite campus for them. And right now we've got Dr. Mohamad Tlass, who is the Vice President of Instructional and Student Services. Good morning, Dr. Tlass. Thanks for joining us. Good to see you again.
Good morning, Todd. Nice seeing you, and thank you for having me again.
So we've got some new neighbors here at 3100 Main, and they're joining us from Coleman College. You guys opened the doors to Coleman College Midtown last month. From what I understand, it's very successful so far.
That is correct. We opened on August 19, the start of the fall 24 semester with strong enrollment of 433 students.
That's great. And what type of, because quite honestly, we work here during the days. We don't see many people down here during the days, but I guess this particular campus is for students who work. What classes are available here? And I guess it's for after-hours students, right?
That is correct. To accommodate the full-time working adult, we're offering the classes on evenings and weekends. And the kind of classes we're offering, they are prerequisite courses such as English, biology, medical terminology, introduction to health profession, to accommodate our full-time working adults. So we decided to offer more of these during the off-business hours.
Now, I know Coleman works with cohorts, but I would imagine these classes the students can enroll in and take as normal HCC classes before they transition over to Coleman College of Health Sciences, right?
That is correct. That's why the focus is to be the focus on offering the prerequisite courses to help those who aspire to work in the healthcare field.
Now, from what I understand, this location came about as a challenge from our chancellor, Dr. Margaret Ford Fisher.
That is correct. When our chancellor, Dr. Margaret Ford Fisher, challenged us to expand our offering at the new location, Coleman shifted into high gear to open classes within 9 weeks, believe it or not. Classes at 3100 Main, again, begin on the first day of the fall semester. We could have offered more prerequisite courses in the evening and weekend at our existing location at the 1900 Pressler, but we did not want our pre-health student to pay for parking.
That's a good point, because I don't think a lot of students understand with HCC, we try to go the full way to, and free parking is a big deal. I know when I went to U of H years ago, I think our parking passes were like $80 a semester. And we're like, this is crazy. Now I know they're several $100s a semester. So that's a good chunk out of students. And we pretty much eliminate that here at HCC.
That is correct.
All right. So from what I'm hearing, the classes are already in session right now. With these particular classes, will they have a second start semester, or are these ones that just start at the beginning of the semester? How does that work?
We are offering a second start semester in the second 8 weeks. A cohort should start on October 14th.
Okay, so they can do second starts in even the 8-week classes if they choose to do so. But keep in mind, folks, some of these classes, especially medical terminology, that could be pretty difficult, I would imagine, to take within a short amount of time, because that's a pretty intense class.
That is correct. However, we do have a very qualified faculty that would help our student meet their goals and successfully pass the course.
Okay, so don't let it scare you. You're going to have to jam a lot in those 8 weeks, but don't let it scare you. All right, classes are underway right now, but I understand there's going to be an official ribbon cutting coming up.
That is correct. The official ribbon cutting is going to be on Tuesday, October 1st at 2:30 p.m. on the second floor at 3100 Main.
Okay, so make sure you're here for that. Usually when we have ribbon cuttings, there's usually refreshments. I'll just give you a clue there. So that's usually the case. One of the big things here at HCC, especially over the last 2 years, is the addition of four-year degree programs. We've got a couple of them, and one of them's involving Coleman College, and that is it for the nursing program? Tell us about that.
So I'm happy to share that SACS-COC, our accrediting body, approved our bachelor degree in healthcare management. It's not only for the nursing program, it is offered for all healthcare sciences program at Coleman College.
Wow, so that's a pretty big deal. So there's a lot of avenues that our students can go for. And for folks who aren't sure of what SACS is about, what does this approval mean for Coleman College and for HCC?
So SACS stands for Southern Association of Colleges and Schools. They are our accrediting body, making sure all our degrees are in line with specific standards. Now, since this bachelor degree is recognized by SACS-COC, that allow us to move Houston Community College from level 1 to a level 2 certificate, which offers more bachelor degrees.
And for people who may be wondering, well, bachelor's degrees cost a lot. Realistically, you could go to HCC for the 4 years and still pay the same amount as, if you were just going for a couple of years, you're just adding on 2 more. You're going to save tens of thousands as if you go to another competing university.
That is correct.
Okay. Can you tell us any more about this degree?
I would love to. So the bachelor degree is designed for those with an associate in applied science and health science field. Student, they can use their AAS from Houston Community College to earn their bachelor degree from Coleman College in 2 years. The beauty about this program, it's 100% online and it's offered anytime. Again, for working adult who would like to move up in their current work and they want to obtain a bachelor degree, we're here to help them meet their goals. The first graduating class is going to be in spring of 2025.
And from what I understand, this has been so popular that you guys our Coleman is expanding the healthcare management bachelor's degree program, correct?
That is correct. I'm happy to report that we are opening a new cohort in spring of 2025.
So great news, more students coming in spring of 2025 and really more opportunities because I know with Coleman particularly, usually the cohorts only happen once a year. So this is giving students twice a chance to do that. We appreciate you joining us this morning, Dr. Mohamad Tlass, Vice President of Instructional and Student Services. Thanks for being here this morning.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Well, as we mentioned at the top of the show, National Night Out is coming up next, I believe it's next month. And when we return in 60 seconds, we'll talk more about that. Stay tuned.
When I grow up, I want to work in a lab to build robots.
From classroom to career, we're with you every step. Register for real-world education at hccs.edu.
That one day at PE when they were like yelling at me and then you just linked arms with me. I don't think you know how much like that helped me. I finally like knew that I had somebody.
We're back with Officer Felicia Carter, Community Services Liaison and Recruiter for the Office of HCC Chief of Police. Good morning. Welcome back to the show, Officer Carter.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Before we get into the upcoming event, tell us about yourself and your time before joining HCC, and then what your time has been like here.
Well, I've been with HCC for 27 years. Prior to becoming a police officer, I worked in the accounting office at 3100 Main, the main campus, in the accounting office. And then I've always wanted to be a police officer. So it was a big transition going from accounting for 19 and a half years that I worked in accounting to following my dream of becoming a police officer. And I've been in law enforcement now for 20 years.
That's an incredible story. Wow. And
Yeah.
this is your second career.
It is my second career. You know, third grade, I got struck by the bug of wanting to be a police officer from my best friend's sister and brother-in-law. They was HPD officers, and I seen them in my life. My eyes lit up, and it stuck with me for years. I went to college, still was focusing on trying to go into the police academy, but you know, lifing. And I was very good with money and accounting, so I kind of focused on that. And years later, after being an employee here at HCC, I had someone that really pushed me to follow my dream. And thanks to Gloria Walker, she pushed me to do so along with my former supervisor, Darryl Brown. They pushed me to do follow my dream, and I did. And I have been amazing because the biggest goal was for me to impact other people's lives. And I knew that if I impact my children's life, I would impact other people's lives. So law enforcement has been a passion of mine.
That's awesome. And I'm glad that HCC has given you the opportunity to do what you want to do.
This has been a great privilege for me to do something that I love to do. I love to inspire people. I love to talk to people about safety. I love to interact with different facets of a group, you know, just letting them know that we are just human beings. It's a job that we do. But, you know, when you leave a positive impact or impression on a person, it can, you know, multiply into multiple things in that person's life, and you don't even know it.
Yeah. So what are your areas of responsibility in your current role?
So as a community service liaison, I partnered up with other agencies outside of HCC, such as Harris County Sheriff Department, HPD, various U of H, as well as TSU. We have a little group we call the Guardians, and we all get together and we try to support each other in different events that we're having. Another thing that I actually do is active shooters training, de-escalation training, how to keep safe training. And I used to call it how to keep safe on campus training, but at the end of the day, we need to know how to keep safe no matter where we're located at. So these trainings that we're basically providing around HCC is what I do. And it's an in-person training, and I basically give them the tips and the skills on how to keep safe and what to do in case of there's active shooters, what to be expect what we expect of the community and as well as the students in case we are engaging in active shooters. So basically a lot of training that I do. And then of course my big baby, which is the National Night Out. This is my third year doing it. So those are the kind of things that I actually focus on. And then also, not to mention, I am also a recruiter for our HCC Community College Police Department. I recruit other officers. So I go out to different academies and try to recruit people, different events, and try to recruit really good officers to come aboard to make our department even better.
Excellent. So you mentioned National Night Out. Will you explain what that is for folks who are not familiar with it?
So National Night Out is an actual national event that we have across America, and it's usually hosted by the police department, but you also have civics departments, HOAs, different communities. They actually have this National Night Out. It gives the opportunity for the community to get to know the police officers, get to know our agencies, to hang out with us, to have fun with us, to see the faces that see them. A lot of people don't realize when you're working and living in a certain area, you may have multiple police officers that's patrolling the area. And we just like to give people the opportunity to hang out with us, to get to know us, spend some time with us outside of us doing our normal role of being police officers. We like to impact people by letting people know that we are very approachable. We want people to know that if in a situation they need us, we are here for them. And that's giving the whole prerequisite about what National Night Out is about. Come out and hang out with us, get to know us, have fun with us, but it's on a national scale. So this is something that we look forward to every year, to be able to hang out with our communities in the different areas that we do the events in, so that people can see us. And keep in mind, we like to have fun, we like to play games, we like to do multiple things on these particular events, but it is actually an event for the community. So we can build these relationships, we can build these partnerships with the community and other agencies as well.
So this is a one-stop shop event. What does that mean?
So when I say it's a one-stop shop, it's an event where you can come hang out with us. We're going to feed you. We have great food trucks. We're going to be able to have music. We have one of the baddest hype DJ man in HCC, which is his name is Carl Mays. He's been our DJ and hype man for the last 2 years, and this is the third year. And then you get a chance to visit different vendors that I have recruited or asked to be a part of our events, so that you can come, you can get your COVID shots, with the city of Houston. You can, if you have any type of need for burials, we have vendors for that. If you are looking for someone to teach you something about power of attorney or an executive of your estate, we have someone that actually can give you that information. We also have a vendor that comes out and that gives out with the gun safety issue that we have in America. We have actually a vendor that comes out and gives gun loans for you to be able to lock up those guns that you may have in your home that's in an unsafe situation. Also, we have, we're going to have this year we will have Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Matt will be out there. We also will be having Gulf Coast Blood Center will be out there as well. So we have a lot of vendors where you can come out and you can get a lot of information, not to mention our HCC staff and our HCC different departments, student services. We have a lot of different areas where we're going to have, we have financial aid. We're going to have different people. So if you want to know anything about what's going on in HCC or becoming a student or getting some information about HCC, we actually have vendors that's going to be there from the Northwest Division to be able to provide you with that information. So one-stop shop, you can come out, have fun, get your flu shots, get your COVID boosters, and then get a chance to eat and then get information about HCC. That's a one-stop shop there.
And you mentioned food. Food trucks are going to be out. Which food trucks are going to be out?
Yes, we actually have 3 food trucks. We have the Ultimate Kitchen food truck. We also have the Field Days food truck, which is like carnival food. And the Ultimate Kitchen has some amazing Cajun pasta that they do, along with, yes, the Cajun pasta is amazing. along with their chicken tenders. We're going to be having and fried fish. And then when we want to whet your thirst, if you happen to be thirsty and it's a little warm out there, we have a vendor that's by the name of Piece of Snow will be able to give us some amazing snow cones.
Excellent. And quickly, who are your sponsors this year?
Well, we have a lot of sponsors this year. I'm really glad to actually announce this. But we have like 2 Target locations. We have Target. South Main has been with us ever since the beginning when we started this. We have Target also in Maryland. We have Walmart in South Kirkwood. We also have Chick-fil-A at South Kirkwood. We also have Chick-fil-A for West Holcomb and also Main Street. Also, we got Academy. This year we did something different. We decided, since it is an outside event, and last year we got completely reined in and we had to convert everything inside of West Loop Auditorium. This year our chief had an amazing idea, was let's have a tent. So we employed we went out and got a tent company, and we employed them to basically come and put up a 100-foot by 40 tent for us. And that's going to be Aztecs. Aztecs events and tent rental will be providing that tent, but they're not only going to be providing a tent, they also are a vendor for our location as well. We also have AT&T, which is going to be the Baker Mall location. We also have Papa's Barbecue, which is right here at Pierce Elevator. We also have Papacitas, Little Papacitas, that's on Richmond, and as well as HEB. We have 2 Sam's locations, one in Richmond, Texas, off of Bel Air, and as well as South Rice. These events, a lot of these vendors have been with us since the beginning of time, so we definitely want to give them praises for supporting us and really believing in the cause.
Wow, that's great. Well, thank you, Officer Felicia Carter, Community Services Liaison and Recruiter for the Office of HCC Police, Chief of Police, and we'll have all this information in our post after the show.
Thank you so very much. I appreciate it.
And coming up after a quick commercial break, Todd and I will return with some news and announcements.
When I grow up, I want to work at a school so I can be a teacher.
From classroom to career, we're with you every step. Register for real-world education at hccs.edu.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Good morning. Welcome back to Up to the Minute. Some announcements of things going on across the district. One of them happening today. In fact, it is a mental health group. You know, this group, it's Girls Chat Wednesday is the name of the group. And they know that there are some things only another woman can understand. So they offer a safe space to discuss those subjects. It's happening today at noon at HCC Central Harmon Building, room 101. Check our post for more info after this show. And, you know, people want to go to HCC, Lana, and tell them all the time, make sure you meet with an academic advisor. And I know the Southeast College is making that easy.
That's right. It's going to be at the Frogger campus, where HCC students who are interested in science, technology, engineering, and math, which is STEM, are invited to meet their advisors to discuss their academic future. And that is tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Felix Frogger campus. And check out our post after the show for more information.
We're going to skip down to a fundraiser for film. That is happening. Jenny Gualdo, she's been on the show several times. She's raising money is a challenging, raising money, of course, when you're making a film is a challenging aspect of any production. This 4-week, $99 course is designed to teach students how to get projects off the ground from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Saturdays, all through October at the A-Leaf Hayes Screening Theater. Check our post for more info after the show. And Convocation is happening at the end of this week.
That's right. Coming up this Friday, Convocation will be going on in the morning. So HCCTV's HCC TV's crew will be prepping and working the ceremony, and Up to the Minute will not air this Thursday and Friday. Still, we'll broadcast best of episodes in HCC TV. So no Up to the Minute Thursday or Friday, September 19th and 20th, and we'll return on Monday, September 23rd.
As we mentioned earlier in the show, the fall semester is underway, but we have Second Start, and we also have 8-week sessions available as well. Get a full course, a full semester's work of courses done by December, so you can still do that. They are several ways to learn. 2 of them are online, 2 of them are hybrid, and then of course you have in-person classes. Go to hccs.edu/apply and get those classes signed up for today. As we said, no show tomorrow or Friday. We'll be back on Monday, though, with Mental Health Monday. Lana, thanks for being here. We're going to see you later in the week. Are you going to be at Convocation?
I will be at Convocation. Looking forward to it.
All right, we'll see you there. All of you, enjoy the next 2 days, well, I should say the weekend as well coming up. We'll be back on Monday with another live episode of Up to the Minute.